Even if your world falls down, get yourself up off the ground. And since you know the pain has its own path, just be strong because pain won't last forever.
Today, are you feeling a little alone? People's true colors are starting to show. Did you get dumped by that special someone? Or much worse off, did you lose a dear love? Hey everybody out there in YouTube channel land who I do not know, nor do you know me. I'll just tell you my name is David. And I was asked by a few different people to do a channel for a visual impairment, a disease inherited called Retinitis Pigmentosa. And it's a scary disease when you're losing your vision throughout your lifetime. You're born with it. My family didn't know what it was called, but they knew there was something wrong with my vision from a very early age, which I will talk about in future episodes. But the name of this channel that I will be doing is called Get Yourself Up. And the idea being, it's easy to get really depressed and really bummed out and to feel sorry for yourself when you get a diagnosis such as you're losing your vision and you just shut yourself off from society and sometimes don't even want to get out of bed and feel sorry for yourself. And you're born with it. There's nothing you can do with it. I'm the only one in my family who has the disease. And out of the 4 kids and my 2 parents, they both passed away 20 years ago. My mom almost to the day, as a matter of fact, that this is being filmed. Your life isn't over with this diagnosis. As a matter of fact, this is beginning. It's going to be awesome. If I can do these things, you can do them. I have a very active social life. I live down here in Paradise, as in Naples, Florida, 1 mile from the beach, and I keep really busy, and I have tons of friends here that are all very sighted and excited. I will have different guests from time to time on this particular show. Again, it's called Get Yourself Up. If you have any suggestions, ideas that you'd like me to talk about or address or go over, feel free to send an email to getyourselfup1, as in the number 1, at gmail.com. Again, getyourselfup1 at gmail.com. That's not my normal email address, but if it's related to the show, then by all means, send me a message. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Hopefully it's some good things. Anyway, some of you have RP, some of you are parents of kids that have been diagnosed with RP, some of you are teenagers in your 20s, 30s, wondering about having kids yourself. I've been through all that, and I guess that's why I was approached as to being somebody who has been successful. Successful being a relative term, but I own my own house right here at the beach in a very beautiful area, and I'm having a swimming pool built out back. Life is good. I have a very active social life. I have a lot of killer parties at the house. I have my own private bartender, Rachel. She'll make her appearance, which all you guys especially are going to want to see in episode 5. And life is good. Anyway, I was originally born in Wisconsin. We knew there was a visual impairment of some sort when I was a kid because I was night blind. That's normal. It became more noticeable when I was playing sports, when I was in middle school, high school age. I drove at night when I shouldn't have, but I didn't know any better. I paid my way through college with 4, maybe even 5 different jobs throughout the way. No student loans, nothing. I just busted my ass to get through school. If I can do it, you can do it. Not saying everybody has to go to college. I'm just saying it can be done. And I'm also not wanting to sound like I'm bragging about myself, although that's probably exactly how I sound. Like I said, I've just been approached by a number of people who have brought this up. As a matter of fact, I got a phone call earlier today from one of the instructors at the Lighthouse of Collier. Naples is in Collier County. And we were chatting, And her husband, who also is an instructor at the lighthouse, is blind himself. She is sighted, he's not. And they have a fantastic relationship. They've been together for a number of years. And I make mention of him on a couple episodes. And I even warned her, I gave her a heads up when I told her that I was asked to do this YouTube channel. It's called Get Yourself Up, again, to get yourself up, get motivated, get inspired, feel good about yourself. RP doesn't control you, you control how you handle the RP, remember that. Anyway, I just warned her that, oh, by the way, since I'm doing this, be prepared to be interviewed on an episode or two, both of you, because you two are both inspirational to me, and if I can inspire or help motivate even 1, 2, 10,000 million people, whatever it is, that is awesome, and nothing would make me happier than to do that. I love my life. I've met so many great friends. I moved to a city. I didn't know anybody, essentially. I knew a couple people who I don't even speak with now. I don't see them. One of them moved away the same week I moved in. But that was it. So all my friends I've met here, that some of them you will meet, I've just gotten to know them just since I moved here to the beach. And life is awesome. So don't sit there and feel sorry for yourself and give up on things because you received this dreaded diagnosis of retinitis pigmentosa, RP for short, because retinitis pigmentosa is a mouthful. Anyway, speaking with the instructor today, she had mentioned, you know, different YouTube videos relating to visual impairments and blindness and the humor involved with them and whatsoever. And I brought up the fact that, yeah, I was asked to do a YouTube channel based specifically on retinitis pigmentosa. Now, for the record, I also have multiple sclerosis, so that creeps into certain episodes from time to time. But that's not what this really is about. And she thought that was a fantastic idea because she said it never occurred to me to do a YouTube channel or that anybody do one related specifically to one visual impairment, one degenerative retinal disease. So we might be onto something, those of you that suggested it, and me having to do it along with a few other people. For the record, this is just the introduction. This is not episode 1. 5 episodes have already been filmed and completed. And for the record, all 5 of them aren't going to have as good of camera image quality as this one because I'm doing this on a brand new camera for the very first time. Why, you ask? Because I had an RP moment 2 days ago and knocked over the camera that I used, or that we used to film the first 5 episodes, and smashed it all over the place. And I just thought, oh no, what am I going to do now? I was just on a roll. We've got a theme song. I'll play it for you at the end. Got ideas. It's an organic show. Like I said, I want your input. It's just coming together. That's how I work. We didn't plan anything out ahead of time, just the idea behind the show, and then I figured we would just let it roll naturally and get input from people. And I've come up with other segments that you'll see from episode 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 and beyond that through season 1. How it's all come together naturally. And so at this point, I just wanted to introduce myself again and say I'm a nobody. My name's David. I was born with retinitis pigmentosa. I have 3 college degrees, not bragging, you'll find out why later, but bachelor's degree, master's degree, and a PhD. I've worked jobs to pay for school, everything from a dishwasher twice, to working in the university library, to being a music tutor, to playing in bands. I'm a musician, I was a music minor, education major, and as well as working as an adjunct college professor at the University of Georgia. And life is good. As a matter of fact, it gets better every day. I wake up in a great mood every day, and people find that incredible, or at least so they tell me regularly. They could be lying behind my back. But anyway, I just do. And it's one of those things that's hard to explain. How do you do that when I get asked? How, knowing you have both RP and MS, how do you wake up in a good mood every day? I just simply say, because I open my eyes and I can see still a little bit, and I can still walk pretty well. I can't run anymore. I used to run road races, but I can't do that now. But life is good today. And so I'll throw some quotes and things at you over and over and over again until I get them into your brain. It's not that you fall down, it's how you get yourself up. That's the theme song. It's loosely based on a quote by famous football coach, American football coach, Vince Lombardi, for whom the Super Bowl trophy is named after. And that he did a quote, I'm trying to look at it now. Good luck with that. His quote to motivate his football players was, it's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get up. And I guess I read that somewhere years ago. I'm from Wisconsin. I'm a diehard Green Bay Packers fan, so it only makes sense. But I just turned it around because it popped into my brain on some level too. It's not that you fall down, it's how you get yourself up, which is what the song is about. That being said, remember the email address if you want to get in touch with me is getyourselfup1@gmail.com. The name of this YouTube channel will be Get Yourself Up. It's devoted to people with retinitis pigmentosa and their loved ones, caregivers, family members, friends, you name it. And I will let you in on this. This didn't even occur to me till after episode 4 that it started coming into my brain that what I was really going for, and maybe I could come up with my recipe for what works for me for maintaining my happiness, is based around what I refer to as the 5 domains of David's happiness regarding retinitis pigmentosa or life in general. But they really come from my background in education. In addition to just teaching the curriculum, I taught middle school number of years. I taught other teachers at the university who were working on their master's degrees and PhDs things they could do to teach their classes better in middle school, and kind of broke it down into 5 domains. I did not invent them, but they seem to just have worked for what I do with my RP. And I'll say them quickly. They don't really start making their appearances until episode 4 or episode 5 down the road. But I break it down like this. First domain is cognitive. That's technically cognition, your intelligence, your brain, keeping it active, keeping yourself inspired, motivated, thinking most importantly. Second domain I refer to as the social domain. That one will be probably the funniest one, and I'll do a number of episodes of that. You'll meet my private bartender, Rachel, who's awesome, who bartends all my parties, and I have a lot of parties. She's awesome, super cool, super fun. The third domain I'll refer to from time to time is the emotional domain, because as you know, RP can be really depressing, and it can wear on your emotions. And so we have to discuss that. That being said, I have to give you a heads up. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm a PhD, but not a medical doctor. I can't give you medical advice. I'm not a lawyer. I can't give you legal advice. I'm not a counselor. I can't even give you counseling advice. All I can do is tell you my story and how my mind works and how I deal with this sort of thing. Fourth domain is physical. How to stay in shape. It's so easy to come up with excuses and verify why you're letting yourself get out of shape. I've done it. We've all done it. When you can't see, it's hard to exercise, and it's hard to see how you look. And that just gives you one more thing to be depressed about, which then translates into the emotional, and they all snowball and they all intertwine with each other. So, and the fifth one I refer to as the moral domain, which is, I'll get closer to the camera. There are people out there that have things way worse off than you do and way worse off than I do. The moral thing to do is to help them out, and we will talk about that a good bit as well. So cognitive, social, physical, emotional, moral, not necessarily in any order. Like I said, they're all intertwined. But if you can keep those in the back of your mind, then these episodes might start making sense. You will notice, like I said, in addition to the quality of video footage, or well, the quality of the video, the grain of the video and that kind of thing, it's changed because I broke the old camera and had to spend money to buy a new one. But like I said, it's not that you fall down, it's how you get up. So I knocked over the camera and it fell down, and that frustrated me for a while. I only grumble for a short period of time. And then you suck it up, man up. I will say, episode 1's called Suck It Up, Buttercup. Sometimes you just have to say, it doesn't matter. I will get us out of this. I will get myself out of this. It was simple. I bought a new camera, set me back some money, but no biggie. Life is still good, and it enabled me to continue on doing what I'm doing here. So, that being said, yeah, it's I've been drinking this Diet Coke during this episode, and you can see I'm a Green Bay Packers fan. I am not going to apologize for that to any of you who aren't, but this is an example of my sense of humor. Since I live at a beach where you're not supposed to drink beer or any kind of alcohol on the beach, I have been known, I'm not going to lie, from a time or two to put a fake beer can, Coke can cover on something that might not be a Coke, and you can't tell, and it works better with a koozie. The fact that I showed you what I just showed you also tells you that I'm on a fixed income. I don't get paid for doing this YouTube channel, so I'm not going to go out and waste money on expensive stuff if I can get what I want for cheaper than even this costs. So again, channel's called Get Yourself Up for people with retinitis pigmentosa. Spread the word, tell your friends that might have it. If you have it, hopefully you'll tune into multiple episodes. If one sucks, the good thing about YouTube is you can just jump over the parts and get to the parts you want to watch. And it's all up to you what you get out of this. Hopefully it helps a few people. And I think that's probably all I should say for now. I don't want to say too much because that'll give away too many episodes. But I will be uploading this intro tonight, hopefully. And like I said, episodes 1 through 5 are done. I plan to do one a week. But since February is apparently, I have learned, Retinitis Pigmentosa Awareness Month, I might just go ahead and throw all 5 episodes up there now and then hold off till March to get to episodes 6 and 7 and 8. And I already have a few in mind as it is now. So we'll see. Anyway, just remember, as the music will say, it's not that you fall down, it's how you get yourself up. Cheers.
Even if your world falls down, get yourself up off the ground. And since you know the pain has its own path, just be strong because pain won't last forever.
Today, are you feeling a little alone? People's true colors are starting to show. Did you get dumped by that special someone? Or much worse off, did you lose a dear loved one? So are you feeling really down today? Cause you just learned your best friend passed away. Yet all the bullies are having a parade, and you feel like no one will ever come to your aid. Infuriated, incapacitated, so deflated, frustrated, and often just hated. Unappreciated and unmotivated, so alienated, just plain devastated. Heart's been confiscated, feel so separated. Life's too complicated, rather just get sedated. It's not that you fall down, how you get yourself up. Get yourself up, 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 get yourself up. So I don't like the way that I look today. Consider myself lucky, worse could be on the way. So I think about those who are really in need, and I try to help them out as I rethink my creed. Intrinsic motivation is all that it takes, so I don't wait for others to fix my mistakes. Don't wait for an invitation, it won't arrive. It's only up to me to make myself feel alive. Infuriated, incapacitated, so deflated, frustrated, and often just hated. Unappreciated and unmotivated, so alienated, just plain devastated. Heart's been confiscated, feel so separated. Life's too complicated, rather just get sedated. It's not that you fall down, it's how you get yourself up. Get yourself up, 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 get yourself up. You got some really sad news today, dealing with a really heavy heart. You're keeping it all inside yourself, and it's starting to tear you apart. If your friends don't help you with serious stuff, they're probably not real friends at all. Look in the mirror and then ask yourself, are you really heeding my call? So be the good friend you know you should be. There are people worse off than you'll ever be. They need your help, so lend them a hand, and someone will help you and you'll understand. So elevate, invigorate, whatever their problem, help dominate. Someday looking down from up above, it's not how they fall, it's how you help them up. Get yourself up, get yourself up. Get yourself up, get yourself up. Get yourself up, get yourself up.